Good morning.
Mazi Nnamdi Kanu check-up is not allowed. What do you have to say to this injustice that is happening to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu?
Good morning, my viewers. I believe that this is not the very first time we are hearing this. Neither is it going to be the last time we are going to hear it. It has become part and parcel of him. And let me tell you, it's not today they are denying him. And at the end of the day, they will still allow. See, all these things are game. All these things are politics. And all these things is because he's an Igbo man. That is why they are playing it like this. But let me tell Nigerians and let me tell everyone, even the current government, that nothing must happen to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and nothing will happen to him. And I believe based on what he said he has spent how many years? 4 years there. He said the 5th year will not kill him. And he's not going to die, and he must not die. He must not die. And that's just the truth. He must not die. Blood is no longer nothing to me.
He must not die, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must not die. Nothing must happen to him.
But right now, the federal government said that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the one holding himself because he refused
to drop their agitation, not to comply. Excuse me. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not holding himself. Do you know why? Because they want to bribe him, and they want him to accept that bribe and drop agitation.
Okay, the Biafra evangelist, even they went
and which is not ready to drop. And he has gone far.
Mr.
You understand me? It has gone too far to drop. You understand? He has come a long way to drop.
Even the federal government told Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that the man
I wish you the same.
Nigeria Republic later government. He came back by making an alliance with France. Why is it difficult for Nigeria to challenge them, tell them what they are saying so that they can
excuse me. This is federal government report. That is the state of liars. The dungeon of liars. I will not forget so easily. Vividly, I watched him when he was alive on one of the interviews in MITV. When he was referred as a citizen, where he belonged to the majority. He said he did not belong to the majority, he belonged to the minority. I heard it direct from him. So let Nigerians stop deceiving themselves. He did not surrender anything to Nigeria. And let me tell you, let me reply Nigeria now. You that say that our leader, the person that started, have dropped it. Ever since he dropped it, which he must have people show who was that.
So we are not saying
it's totally
I mean, Ojukwu
from them. When they disown France, they don't form alliance with Russia now.
Point of correction, you did not join. There is something I want you to understand.
And Russia is in place on their land.
The Biafran
that why did they bring Russia to their land? And Russia and the form military alliance
and which Ojukwu stood his ground.
If Niger is
and I talked to him,
think that they can
I could remember vividly that time during even the campaign. Ojukwu was not even in Nigeria. Ojukwu was taking his medical treatment in US.
It's a mistake on their part.
Hello, in case you forget, in US. And when he came back, he was like, okay, that this thing concerning this thing that issue. Let me tell you, it was the Nigerian guy.
Without France, without Niger,
it was Nigerians that came up with this and formed
that may affect
the party.
It's our right to
and if you watch that time,
form alliance.
He was dragged.
I don't have any issue with.
I think he was in a sick bed. Remember?
Number two,
he was dragged.
That man in Nigeria Republic.
And let me tell you this.
Legitimate government.
Because of that,
it's not a legitimate government.
Panel was
it's a government that
to restore Ojukwu
that came to power by who that legitimate government from
seized
from
Nigeria
by
the UK.
So he's afraid that
British
because of his legitimacy.
After this,
he's now thinking that other
Ojukwu was like,
what he did to people, what he did to the government.
Since you people wanted peace with me,
he remains illegitimate.
Let's go
one
on.
Day, one way.
That's why I put in my question. Ever since Ojukwu say, okay, let us try the second phase. What have you done?
He has shown
to prove to us that yes, Ojukwu has given
other
it.
two will come and build on this. They will remove him too. So instead of
and in case Nigeria forget, you know, they have built the nation called Nigeria with the foundation of lies. There is something Ojukwu said. In case you forget, I want to remind you, and I want to remind your people called Nigeria.
He's afraid that
Ojukwu said, because the point he said he will not carry gun again.
Come after him.
That the people that will carry gun for Biafra are his children. Didn't Ojukwu make that statement? Go and verify it. I know in Nigeria they don't speak the truth. They always speak in the angle of to favoring them and to lie and deceive men.
Excuse me, his own people, the people that will go for him, they are members of his own lineage, of his own formation. The same military people that he come from. Those are the people that also come up against him. So I'm not expecting civilians to. He has laid.
That's number one. Let's treat
it. One after the other. He has shown the route.
A cross.
And more coup will come. He cannot.
And this is his purpose.
He has shown the way for
coming to this world.
So he thinks
and
that
every man,
there are other people that are also interested.
One of a woman created by God is born and being created for a purpose.
He has shown the way of
it's going to be a shameful thing and a disastrous thing that you,
after
all this whiling away on earth,
you don't know that Nigeria is a threat. Nigeria is not a threat. We have our right
to choose
whoever we form military alliance with. If France is the best interest
that was his purpose.
So the you form is
and that is the cross that we have come to carry.
If let's say we are not a poor man,
he has never hung with him. So he's not fighting something that he don't know. And even if Ojukwu drop it and somebody has decided to pick
that man is misguided. He doesn't know what
it's not a sin. And it's not a crime. And it's not even against the UN law.
If I say,
are you getting it?
So
even as that, somebody drop it. He may drop it that maybe he has become weak as a man. Did they drop it when he was a young, in a vibrant? No. They drop it. That's why I'm putting it this way. Maybe it could be at the stage of his old age. That's why he made the statement he made earlier. That he will not carry gun and he will not carry gun again.
Who made
it happen? The gun belongs to his children. Who are those children that he Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is
from the part of the country. Who embraces us these people? Then we, the fellow Nigerians who are from the south, they have alliance, they have trust and confidence in them. More than us. More than the fellow Nigerians who are in the south, they believe in them. They always bring them in. They call them their brothers. That this and that. And now they brought them in.
Now listen to me. The country called Nigeria have been built in the foundation of lie.
Now competing with them, now engaging them on their land. No
truth in Nigeria. Over 50 years after the Civil War, are you telling me that Nigeria did not see the reason why they should do all this needful before now? This is a game whereby if him now drop it again tomorrow, they will continue what they are doing. And tomorrow they will say, yeah, drop it. They will move forward. Why should another person come up with it?
Conquer Nigeria and it's a scam. And domestic.
He will have started it this time around. He will end it. That is why he says not dropping it. Because he knew it that Nigeria can never stand on their own.
Those countries were in good alliance with. president of Nigeria
was
some of the
given.
government of our presidents in
Very
Nigeria
late
was being inaugurated.
time.
So
Has been
they have
given to
alliance with
Nigeria.
them. They believe in
Is it
them
now
that
that
we
they
decide
will
who
not
are
do
following Nigeria with
anything?
them.
And moreover,
Now those
why are
things
you? Why are they
they've
even
been
saying that
over the
if
years
you drop it, they will
on
be
their land
giving the vice
against
president?
us. Have
What
not
is the
turned
vice
against
president?
themselves, turn against them on their
To
land
be
now.
the position.
Please look at this.
Tell me the Nigerian ever president that is wiser than Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If you come to think of it,
Mali.
tell me the president in Nigeria that are ever been educated like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mention one. Osinbajo, which level, which certificate? No. Osinbajo didn't speak. He was the vice president. Osinbajo was silent. He was a pocket vice president.
Who are from northern region.
He was
Who
a
are
household house president, a vice president that they send to come and be bribing women with
these people from
10,000
other countries
traders, a
that
whole vice
they
president.
no, they are foreign. They have come
Excuse me, you don't compare Osinbajo with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They are not of the same class.
countries to us. In Nigeria,
I
Mali,
still repeat
Chad,
again, mention one Nigeria ever since 1960 up to date that have the quality of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
when they are in power in Nigeria, they
Mention
don't
one.
encourage those people to come to
Starting
Nigeria.
from
It's not
1960,
when Sanana was in Nigeria. It's
mention
not when
one
Jonathan or
president.
Obasanjo was in power.
I put it to you.
But it was
Mention one president that is as
that
wise
brought
as
all
him.
these foreigners
As
into Nigeria.
educated
But
as
when the
him.
worst was
The only man who stood even in the
under
Federal
Buhari.
Republic of Nigeria in the
when
court
they came to
and
Nigeria
tell
now,
them what the
all in
their
the
constitution is
aim of
saying, which
saying
the judge did not even know.
in different part of
Whoever
the
has
country
done that in
to launch
Nigeria,
them as
among the president, you are telling me, you are telling him to submit, to surrender, they will give you a stupid office.
That's what they had upon.
Appointment without a portfolio.
You are not being dispersed. They are being chased away from other parts of the country. They now went back to where they look alive with their Nigerian people from the north. They settle here. They are now beginning to compete with them on the land now. In their part. They are now running. They are now saying,
excuse me,
we are not harboring.
You don't need to know the next action for Biafra.
They are people.
You don't need to ask me and you don't need to know it.
Their fellow, yes, and
that is what you think.
Fellow citizens of different.
I know my sheep and my sheep knows me. And I hear whenever I speak. That is the gospel of Christ. The man said that the Biafrans have abandoned.
All these.
So why are you not telling me that Biafrans have abandoned? Why are you putting it on us? On him? Let me tell you this. They deny it's not today they have been denying his lawyers from saying. Remember,
are from who are different positions.
Was the former lawyer of Mazi Nnamdi. He was molested because of it. He decided to quit.
The rest of Nigeria.
And this one now take over with another. So you understand me? It has been a pattern of Nigeria because it's an Nigerian.
Not Nigerian government. So like Rama are indices of their own people too because they are Fulani. The Fulani is their country. It's the Mali. It's the Chad. It's the Burkina Faso. It's the Niger. So if you are blaming Fulani, it's only Fulani of Nigeria. No, blame those ethnic nationals. Fulani as ethnic nationals bringing problem to all these four countries and attack them. Deal with them. Don't leave it to don't say it's Nigeria. No, that's it's not Yoruba that's doing that. That's considered like our people.
I am not Donald Trump. Neither am I American. Or am I in America?
No,
I am not in the house of Donald Trump. There is something I want to tell you. Donald Trump is a man of policy. He's a man of integrity. He's a man of principle. And he's a man that loves the truth and nothing but the truth. And he's a man that sees when things are right. He needs to take place. He will go after it. The same way we look at Jerusalem and he give it to Israel. There is every tendency of him coming up based on what. See, let me tell you, the Biafran issue and Biafran case have been moving every day and night in the table of Donald Trump. It's not a news to him.
Never do that. It was
under. No, it's not a news. Even starting from the first before he was denied the second tenure. Before finally, that is to tell you, what is written is written. Now he has finally come back to complete 6 years. Because it was mandated that he must rule America for 8 years.
The part to allocate land to them.
And I told you people that he's going to win. And he has finally won.
That's why they're able to succeed because
that is
the same government has to approve the land for them.
Donald Trump
allocate the land and give customers to them.
But for now,
doing that.
until when it comes, then you will now know if Biafra will stand or not. Even if he
that's what God used to favor.
After any government can come up from any decision at any time, but the issue remains Biafra can never be surrendered to Nigeria any longer.
What are resources again?
We are gone and we are gone.
Yes, that one too failed.
Yes.
When I failed again, the last thing about Wonderboy was grazing route. Grazing route. Where is grazing route? The national grazing route passes through from Kano.
Point of correction, they carry this tribe to do what?
Of many
His
kilometers
own
left side.
achievement.
We not claim land. Who wants to give them the land? But so when all these three teams were not trying to capture Nigeria for Fulani, now they have to chase them from
Because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a middle man and he hates Igbo.
When they look alike with their people in the north, and they have taken their steps. That's where they are deciding now, and causing problem to them, which they brought upon themselves by themselves. So let them solve the problem. Fulani in Nigeria to
listen to me, my brother.
Fulani from Niger, from Mali,
that's
from
where integrity comes.
And tell
That
them
is where policy principle
in your country.
comes.
You are listening to me.
And listen to me. I am speaking.
Tell your child video.
Heaven and earth, which I am not to lose.
Say in other places.
I said to that position. Nigeria will not say president today. And not send the fucking Fulani.
There won't be
their threat
to the north. And that's
whatever I want to do, which is the right thing and not to do, I will go ahead and do it. Without looking back on any fucking thing.
All the blood they cause to be shed.
You hear me?
The other part of the country.
I will tell you nothing but the truth.
I'm telling you.
If truly the man say they want to carry out the right thing, they want to do it. Papa, Fulani cannot stop him from releasing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
As all those blood they have shed,
because they have the right
will fall back on them
to do that. Attorney General of Federation have the right. Then the British have the these are the three people have told you before
against the fellow Nigerians for bringing Yoruba in Nigeria now. Why do Yoruba go to the in Benin Republic? Why do Yoruba not go to Benin Republic and bring Yoruba in Benin Republic to Nigeria and to forming a problem with Benin Republic? But these are people that go to Nigeria, go to Chad, bring their. If they don't say they prepare their brother, they are the same culture with them. They have the same religion, they are the same people. They will bring them in this election to come and increase the number of voters against them. Now it has become that is the point I am making.
That is what. Let me tell you something that you don't know. This is something we have seen. We saw it before now. That they want to Islamize Nigeria.
I have told you that. I mean, I have.
The Fulani they want to carry their jihadist system of Islamic way.
Millions of Muslims
into this country.
Even in the
Are you getting it? So then bringing it to Yoruba land. I said something before that. The mistake that Yoruba people made was the mistake of admitting Islam. You understand me? They made a mistake by admitting Islam. And if you watch it today in Yoruba, you will see three. That the party system in them. How do I mean? Some Muslim, even in one family, you will see Papa becoming a Muslim, Mama will be Christian. Are you getting it? And they still believe in that Oduduwa. You understand? That idol. That's why I say I call it three-party system. And if you watch in Yoruba land, Yorubas that are Christian, when Christians like we are celebrating now, you see all of them, including the Muslims, they are celebrating it. When the Islam are doing, you see them doing it. And the Fulanis are saying it with that number, that Yorubas are not original Islam.
Yoruba land is a land.
You don't know. Now they want to force Yorubas to become an original Islam. To start practicing it. Look at, I said it, I was discussing it with some Yorubas one day. I told them that, do you know that Kwara State,
that's number one. The population
was originally confirmed Yoruba land, but currently as I'm talking to you, it's no longer a Yoruba state.
They want to come up.
It has become a Fulani state because Fulani have conquered Kwara State. They have killed the Yorubas there and they have taken over. They have planted their emir there. Let me tell you, I heard somebody say that last year There was a festival that Yorubas want to hold in Kwara State, and the stood up, the emir stood up and said they will not hold, they are not going to hold that festival, and that was how it ended. They couldn't hold it. That is to tell you they have captured Kwara. That same system is what they are coming in Oyo State. By the time they finish introducing this and it is accepted, you understand? The next thing is for them to come carry that Sharia law system they are going to develop, and they will even topple it in a harder way upon Yorubas in order to capture Yoruba, and they will kill Yorubas and occupy and impose another area the same way they did in Kwara State. I am not Yoruba, but Yorubas, I have some Yorubas that are my very good friends. It is the court is in their hand. If they should allow this, they should expect him.
So it is
They should expect him because it will shift now, not only in Oyo, as they have captured Kwara. Well, if they finally succeeded in Oyo, they capture Oyo. Don't be surprised. One day, Lagos State will be captured by Fulanis. Go to Agege, there are many places in Lagos they have captured it, but they have not imposed their law system. So all these things are the strategies of the Fulanis to completely Islamize Nigeria, to capture Nigeria as the Islamic nation. And currently now, I've told you people before that internationally they are not saying Nigeria as a Christian nation. They are saying Nigeria as an Islamic nation, and Nigeria are paying their dues yearly to Islamic nation. You don't know, go and do your findings. You understand? But the Igbos, the Easterners are the ones disturbing, they kind of proving, showing that Nigeria is not completely, has not been completely captured by the jihadists. You get it now? So that is why whenever the Islamic president comes up, he always point against the southeast. He always point against the easterners. He always go against anybody or anything that come from the east. They take it so special. They take it so a kind of that this thing is a threat to them, because the man that brought this jihadist system of government to the north, you know, today they have conquered the Hausas, the Fulani have taken over too. Now the man wanted to carry it from the Manfodio on his way to the east. He died on the way. He was murdered on the way. So that jihadist system of government and Islam died on the way. So ever since then they have not been happy with the Easterners. You get it? And this man came to Nigeria, introduced this, and that was 1914.
But the one is escalated beyond that. It was motives.
1914. And it was in 1914 that the name of this country called Nigeria was formed.
Islam is where
you get it.
That's ready. In Southwest Yoruba, in the Southwest, we defend their interest, we defend their land. They won't vacate this place for them, for any other person. Except they are avoiding, except they are, you know. And let me tell those Islamic fundamentalists, let them not think that they have monopoly of violence. They'll be thinking that the religion have been noted for jihad movement, jihad spread of war, jihad means of spreading religion. Does not mean that when violence starts,
because it's a new man now,
to be on the top of it. No, they will be the first to be, they will be the first casualty of it. Those other, everybody will defend Yoruba land against another interest. We won't live here for anybody. You are all Yorubas. No one will live here for any other person. I'm telling you, if people will rise up and defend their interest,
we are not voting.
We are not living here for any person. Yoruba will defend Yoruba interest on their land.
There is nothing like vote. Example, it happened in Imo State. Do you see anybody come out and cast the vote?
They will be defeated.
The one that took place in November 11 in Imo State, not local government, apart from the governorship election. Did you see anything like election?
Instead of going to each other houses,
that has been Nigerian system of government. Even the one that didn't tell the crown other person to vote. It's your vote, the canton in Nigeria. So what are you saying? And automatically now, Igbos and the East are not going to have their way. They will burn their fingers. Because we are not Nigeria. Let Nigerians vote for their own president. We have exited. Biafra must stand. Nigeria is not a place.
But Evangel, let me cut you short. Don't you think if you say you are ignoring the election, you shoot yourself in the leg? Why? Look at the case of Abia State.
How do I shoot my leg?
Wait, that's why I'm asking you a question. Alex Otti.
Mm.
You people stand on your ground. And if not Alex Otti, there's no impose of the Fulani man to become the governor of Abia State. And we see what Alex Otti is doing. Don't you think that even before Biafra will come, if you people stand on your ground and make sure that you come your own governor, but the all remaining 4 states in Southeast, it will be easy for you to get a Biafra seat.
Now listen, why I said we should forget that, don't go there. Did the whole Uzodinma win the election in the very first place? The answer is no. But Kekere or whatsoever, the current CJN now, was the one that they used to rig that election in the judicial court of law. And Hope Uzodinma, the fourth man, was brought to become the first man. And the same woman now came out now and told us that he had an eye problem that day by announcing Hope Uzodinma the winner, by declaring him. Are you not seeing it? For how long shall we continue on this? Then the 42 we stood for, you understand it, and give him our vote. Look at, because he's doing well in the southeast for the betterment of the masses. Look at how the governors and the federal government are kicking his boots, his legs, trying to remove him because it's not being wicked just like others. You see why we are talking about, we are talking against Nigerian system way of election. You see it. Then Mbada people voted for. See how they buy Mba over now and they use Mbana against their own people. So we don't need Nigeria things again. Let us focus and let us pursue one thing, and that one thing is USB, United States of Biafra.
Subscribe. Thank you very much. The public is accusing
You're welcome.
to destabilize.
God bless.
Yes, viewers all over the world. You just heard from the word from Mazi Nnamdi. You also heard from Biafra evangelist speaking his mind. The public speak and press. So that Nigeria government so interested in France a bit more. You see that Nigeria along with France can destabilize Nigeria.
Well, of course, we don't dismiss that rumor in its entirety because we understood the relationship between the France government and the Nigeria Republic. You see, the France have been exploitative in their relationship with Niger Republic and other francophone countries, making the resources of the regions or the African countries at the expense of the indigenous people or the Africans, calling them as impoverished regions of the world, the most impoverished regions, cutting away with billions of dollars on yearly basis. But now, I haven't realized that this will not continue. You see, the France government are not happy losing
why the president wants to accept it with all power. Well, because he want to be there for 2027.
They will do whatever possible. You know, there was a time it was rumored until
I don't believe so.
David
I don't believe so. Maybe this
Gundeye also exposed that Nigeria was planning to invade Niger.
And the governor of Oyo State
the secret document was released and it was exposed to the entire world. And the northern politicians or leaders went to intervene that Tinubu must step down his intention to invade the Niger Republic. So it was a very long struggle and contentions before such was stepped down. So which means in every rumor there is an element of truth. So the Niger or the France government are very parasitic in their relationship. They will not want to just easily let go of what they have been making up within the African state. So they will, of course, do whatever using any available instrument or willing instrument, just as Nigerian government or Tinubu's administration based on his former relationship with the like Macron or whatever, in order to foster the interest of his masses against, unfortunately, the overall interest or will of the people of Nigeria Republic. So for them to have made such interest, of course, they may have gotten certain private information that is not is a sign and a warning to Nigeria that if peradventure if there is any disruption of the public peace of the Niger people, that the Niger's alliance, the alliance of the Sahel states, will vehemently invade Nigeria. And you know what that means? They have been systematic in fighting the terrorists in the Sahel regions. So if they should open their doors, allow the Sahel, the terrorists to invade Nigeria, of course everybody will pick rest. The Abuja will have to be empty.
They know why. For me and you, we don't know why. We don't know whether it's a threat to federal government of Nigeria or a threat for the Eastern. Both of them, they know themselves, and I cannot go more forward. They know what they're fighting for. They know what their matter. They know the time they drink the water, and they know the time they cook the food and eat, which I don't know.
And the viewers want to know what they want
Well, it is just the case. You see, they pulled out from the ECOWAS, saying that ECOWAS have not fostered any unity of progress to themselves, have not redefined their purpose. So they have to redefine their purpose and, of course, move on. They believe that ECOWAS bloc has no impact in their lives. So they have the right, the inalienable right, to choose their political allies or nations. So they have acted within the ambit of the law. Whether the Nigerian government have agreed
the young man, I know the young man has a lot of money.
Perhaps working with the external forces,
but the money
to get them and brought them back to
person Nnamdi Kanu bring, making to become rich.
But of course, they have the right to choose alliance. They should also allow people to make their own choice, rather than lobbying over. It's no longer in the days or years where you can continue the subjugation or extension of neo-colonization. So people have grown up and they understood what leadership is all about. It's centered on the welfare and of the citizens and everyone resident within that confined territory. So there is not a sort of that Nigerian government should rather pay attention to the sufferings and the beginnings and the agony in the first place, rather than being distorted by some political
so I don't know whether they will say he will be in detention there to settle the matter, or he will be
catch in their own web.
But what I know, Nnamdi Kanu will be out when the Biafra government starts.
Southwest, they will not release him as Nnamdi Kanu.
So security reasons.
Attempt to introduce Sharia in your state, for an state here. Are you afraid?
Yeah.
If Sharia law is being introduced in Southwest, how will you turn out? What will be the implication?
Well, I think the Yorubas have invited that. It was not the first time we learned by history in 1804 the invasion of the Ilorin or the Oyo Empire was as a result of the conspiracy of a Yoruba warlord known as Afonja. He was trying to protect his interest, selfish interest, to make himself who is not, to dislodge the men, the men Oba or the royal majesty.
And when these people have
that has not been allowed. So this has not changed.
Why did you not tell your lawyer?
Those inviting or extending an invitation to the Sharia in the West has.
Why did you not tell your lawyers to stop it?
Perhaps they want to gain some political
have the right.
ground.
As you know that
political
today, my people will stop. Why did you not say this?
For doing so. So
Until
it will not be
when
accurately
water
ruled
has
out
Gary,
that the
they try to
Yorubas
say,
are
when you
perhaps
use
Yorubas
potato,
Muslim
everything will pass.
faithfuls are responsible for this, because it is only when you ask for something that you will be given. Nobody can just force it all the way from the caliphate
Well,
down to Oyo
if
State.
you are coming
So we've
to
seen the antecedents, and
isolation,
unfortunately, if you
when
try
you
to
say
learn
you are
from
not
history,
a
history will
violent,
definitely repeat itself. So
and
the
you
Afonja
pronounce
history
some words
is
that
there
is
to
violent way,
attest to the
you have
fact that
already committed
if you try
violence.
to learn from history, probably
When you
there
are
could be a repeat
committed,
of
when you
such.
insulting people,
And the expansion
it
of
is the
the
part of
Fulani
violence.
Caliphate, not just the Islamic Caliphate, because they may hide under Islam to achieve whatever intentions they have. And by the end of the day, they will come out and you see them very clear, just as the Hausas have been conquered.
Well,
So the next
a
target
man who
has
lecture me
been
a
the
lot of
West.
things, why
They want
should
to
I
subdue
forget
the
him?
West. I haven't considered that the East
A
is
man who
almost
when
impossible for them.
you are
Well,
a
doing
freedom
whatever
fighter,
they
you
could to
don't need to
infiltrate
cause
the Eastern
havoc.
region with the conspiracy of
You
some
don't need
Eastern
to.
governors.
You should mind
So
how you
whatever
speak
happens
in
will
public.
be history.
You should not
They said
abuse.
one of the excuses.
So you want me to forget that person,
People that fought
or you want me to follow the one who said that when they fight you, fight them back. When they shoot you, shoot them back.
if you want to get freedom, people are afraid that they may be saying this thing. Because what you are saying is when it started, that would be the reason why they don't have problems. So, the opinion of when they established the Sharia law, but remember when he was fighting during the time,
Well, it is no longer a news or a secret. The National House of Representatives members from the North
Okay,
unanimously
Mr.
advocated for
Moderator,
Sharia to
they
be
say
adopted
Obasanjo
as
give was
a
it to million.
national law,
Are you there? Do you see it with your
discarding the
eye?
place of the Constitution. By
That's the
implication,
question.
once it's
Do
been
you see it
adopted
with
as a
your eye?
national law,
Are you wait? Are you there
replaces
when
the
two of them are
Nigerian
having the
conventional
discussion? Are
constitution,
you there
so that
when Mr.
Sharia
President,
law
former
will
president
be
of
invoked
Olusegun
against you
Obasanjo said,
regardless
was
of
it
your
today?
religion
I'm going to give
or
you
your
10 million.
political
Are you there?
interest. So
Can you prove it?
they said
They said, and you follow. That is
they
what
are
is keeping
plenary. It
people
was
like this.
televised.
I
Everybody saw
cannot
it.
say
I
the
was
same my father
surprised that you
see,
didn't
the
get
same
the
my father
information.
see.
If they were
I
discussing
will,
to
anything when
go
my
by
father say, I
voting
will not believe. No,
to
I
pass
have to find
that
out. To
Sharia
find out
law.
whether
They
my
want to
father see
implement
or
the
not.
Sharia law to become binding on
Just
any
speak in
Nigeria,
public.
regardless of your
You have to
political
find out.
interests or affiliations. They claim that Nigeria is a secular state, but
Yes,
in practice,
a
it's
freedom
purely
fighter doesn't
Islamic
speak
state.
anyhow. A freedom fighter doesn't talk anyhow.
Nigeria is
A
ongoing.
freedom fighter
It has gotten
has
to the
to
National Assembly.
maintain.
Before it was an open
And a
secret.
freedom
I
fighter
mean,
doesn't
something
cause
that is
any
being
confusion,
shielded
any
in
place.
secrecy. But now it is
He
very
moves
clear
gentle.
that
If I'm
even the
going to
darkest
get
of
this
us
freedom
have seen it.
without no violence, without shooting of gun, without throwing a stone,
Audacity.
and that's it. And he said, I'm going to use
Yeah, because
pen
Nigeria
to
is
cancel
the
Nigeria when
southerners are
international
gullible,
local.
and they could
He
trade
said
their
it.
conscience
And
and
it's
their
happening.
people for anything. So it's still very surprised if that's case true, because your representatives are not there to represent your interests, their personal
Okay.
interests and
Okay. If they
gratifications.
do not
So
believe on it, very soon they will believe.
Because
We thought it was wicked that no other group will come out and start to be fighting for freedom of Biafra. It is in who opened the
well,
road.
and everybody
So I
in
need a
Nigeria, they
different
say
group
have a price, but the
because by
price
that
is,
time it
of
is
course,
only him.
made. You know what it means. If they
Federal
give you
government should
20
be easy
million
for
now,
federal government to
you
go and
even
hold you.
canvass, if
Do you
not
know the way what
care is
federal
not
government
taken
used to
for the
hold you?
Sharia to be implemented in Lagos.
That's what I said
And
today.
because now
Federal
you
government,
are
what
in
they
the house,
did in
they will
southeast,
place
they
you on
cannot do
20
it in the
million
north.
salary monthly basis. You
Federal
consider
government
that
just
as a
as a usurper
what the hell?
and catch up was written.
What an opportunity. So
The federal
all
government
the
just as
noise
a usurper.
ramping, of
Catch
course,
up
we fade
Boko
away
Haram
because of
or
time.
Rakosoma.
And these guys are
Now
determined.
they have already taken over four states, four local government in the north. Up to now, federal government haven't grabbed
It
those
appears clearly that
local
Christians
government
have
back.
lost their place in this country. They have lost their voice, because once you lost your voice, you have lost your place. See, I don't think any Christian has the
Well,
right
my daughter,
to
when you are
lie,
talking,
because many people
once
that have been
Dr.
killed as
Raphael
a
was
result of
speaking,
religious
he have
crisis,
already called
you don't see them
this
coming
year.
now.
He said
Even the
all
Christian
the whole group
Association
should come
chairman
back.
in
So
the
we have
north has
got
been
what we want.
beheaded. and nothing happens.
We have got what
There's
we
no
want.
recourse to the rule of
Just
law or the law
it's a
to take
little
its course.
time
So
for now
what many
to hear
churches
the announcement.
have been bombed,
Do you know
and
what
the worshippers
the
rounded up
federal
and burnt
government
down? Where are the
of customary
Christians? Does
government
they
that
exist
is moving on
in
in
reality?
Biafra land? We have a
So the
customary
problem
government
is
that
that,
is going on,
unfortunately,
which you
the Christian
doesn't know,
faith
which some
in
of the
God does
Easterners
not
that is here doesn't know.
prevail, and is at the risk of
Thank you.
extinction.
God bless Biafra nation.
Especially in
Yeah.
Nigeria, by what is going, everybody is just concentrating in building Eldorado, building mansions, and they are not concerned about the protection of the faith, the Christian faith, which they
Good
profess.
morning.
As citizens, they have the right to set actualization to self-preservation and religious affiliation, but those rights are just made secondary on papers. They do not exist in real time. It's a pleasure.
He's a Biafran also, but he has different perspectives. What do you have to say?
This is how the first. Number one, that in life, God creates human being for your own image. That is number one. And when He creates human being for your own image, you give all human beings different idea. You can use your hand, choose whatever you want to be. Now, some people like to worship devil, some people like to worship God. That's your own opinion and your own lifestyle now. Now, as the man said that he's a Biafra man and he still believe in Washirike more than Nnamdi Kanu. Yeah, that's his own opinion and that's what he believes. But what I want to tell our viewers, our people say that how many times something will do you sabi something. What the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did show number one example for any person that call a freedom fighter, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is somebody that stands to the dead that he must achieve Biafra. And somebody that when Obasanjo asks you a question, say why he cannot drop a Biafra or will die. At time Obasanjo that he himself as Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a dead man. Okay, let me tell you sincere. More than 300 million people in the world cannot give you this answer. They value their life, their lifestyle, and their family more than anything. But this young man, somebody that live a luxurious life, somebody that live when they value woman life, the person leave that place and come when the people that control the land is a lion. A sheep that tell lion that it cannot do me anything, or to me to believe on you, rather kill me. They think that a man that have that kind of faith, it cannot follow that kind of person. Let's be sincere. Or can you follow a man that you just have little challenges, he deny your identity and collect some ransom and forget what you are pursuing? You know I bring that word. That is two illustration I bring. Number one is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Number two is Wazirike. When Wazirike start agitation of Biafra, I call Wazirike as a great man until tomorrow. As far as he make a step to achieve Biafra, he's a great man. Millions of Biafra don't have that grace, but he have the grace and started. What happens that he don't have the finishing? I cannot count him as an off person. When Obasanjo started to handle Wazirike, what happened? Wazirike surrender. He don't want to go to jail. He don't want to die. The person do it, collect that envelope and stop Biafra issue. But Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, what happened? Nigeria government promised Mazi Nnamdi Kanu everything. He promised Nnamdi Kanu oil well. He promised Nnamdi Kanu vice president. Many things. What happened? Nnamdi Kanu do what? He rejected everything. How many persons in Abia State have oil well in Nigeria? In my state, Imo State, how many politicians have oil well in Imo State? And this young man, they promised her to give her oil well. They still promised her to be vice president. You reject it. My brother, why we cannot use our teeth, tongue, count our teeth? I'm not saying to favor Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or favor Wazirike, but use your eye and use your tongue, count your teeth. Know where who be the right person and the wrong person.
Right now,
Let me tell you to my brother, and call yourself a freedom fighter is not easy task. Number one, you have 4 options: exile, death, prison, or you achieve your goal. Let's use number one person in Africa. We know as a popular person as Nelson Mandela. What happened for Mandela? Mandela stay inside prison how many years? 27 years. Then what happened after everything? He achieved to have independence for South Africa. When Mandela died, it's only a president in the world that more than 150 nations come for what? The burial of Nelson Mandela. Nobody in this world they give that kind of honor. Till tomorrow. Let's be sincere. It's African man. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu cannot be different. We must pass that process. He's a great man. I love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu more than any person in this world now, currently now. Listen. And if I'm not talking about family now, I'm talking about the passion and the kind of people you are dealing with. I cannot come before I talk anything about the issue of Biafra or any person. But because of the love I have with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and there's somebody that's sincere than me. What I'm telling the reality, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is sincere more than me. I cannot take the glory of the guy and did myself. That what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did, I don't think that me, I can do it. They have that grace, and it's only few people have that grace.
let me continue before you continue. So one word for Asare because why I myself like this Mazi Nnamdi Kanu of the man. The first president, Obasanjo Aremu, he said, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the only Igbo man they are saying that time that you gave him money for him, give him everything. Now this Asare to people, you can't see them today. In fact, you say he has even been president, so I'm like, now releasing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going to cause more problem in South Africa. You are lying to say this. What do you have to say to that?
Listen, Asare Tokunbo call himself as a freedom fighter too. But what is Asare Tokunbo do is what? A business. Buying and selling. When you are doing business, if you see that your business is not moving well, what will happen? You will enter adverts. That advert you are doing to bring attention for many people to see your business. You know, when Asare Tokunbo see that people is not talking about the own issue much, you know what will happen? You will just somewhere and go and under ignition. Chi, 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 chi. Whether the motor start or you know start, they don't put the key to on the ignition. That's what Asare Tokunbo is doing. Asare Tokunbo is not issue. So yes, so whether federal government will still give her Ghana must go or do it, Ghana must go is not running again. It's what? Alert. Yeah, great. You know, you say come money wey go enter, the alert dey dey different. Na what Asare Tokunbo dey do. But thank God now, many people already know about Asare. Even the federal government is now is already kick against Asare Tokunbo. They know that he's just a noise maker. We remember what Asare Tokunbo said, that he said he froze the account to support Ahmed Tinubu. That's what Asare Tokunbo said. Are you getting me? He tried to see let any government that enter to see him as a somebody. But Asare Tokunbo is just nothing. What Obasanjo said is his reality, that no Igbo man or no Nigerian man will bribe whatever the way they bribe Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will not collect. Okay, that's why I use myself as an example. I don't think that the level of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the kind of money where they offer that kind. Bros, even though now you go collect time.
Okay, sorry before you continue. Lovers all over, viewers all over the world. This is Waymaker TV. Please kindly subscribe to this channel. Like this channel. Drop your comment. Do you think what we are saying is the fact? Is the fact? No, it's not the fact. You are people to talk to people. We will always bring you anything concerning Biafra news, Biafra updates on this channel. Thank you for continuing.
Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a somebody that stands in the life and death, and we still continue that the Biafra issue must achieve Biafra than anything. Look at this Yoruba man, Showore. Do you know that Showore fall in love with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Because of what? You already check this man front, back, left and right, that this man have integrity, and this man is a somebody that say red is red, black is black. Which African man can do what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is doing? Oga, so me I fit stand here tell you say I don't see anybody. Only Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, nobody now in Africa now can have that patience that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have. And whoever want to compare himself with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, let that person come outside and carry that cross what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu carry. And somebody will come out in custody of Nigeria, that you know that Nigeria is a dragon zone, a lion zone, and standard that says that I cannot drop Biafra agitation. Okay, is it easy? That Wazirike we are talking about is only just small thing. Makes Wazirike drop agitation. You know what happened? Wazirike is doing agitation of Biafra when Kofi Annan is the president of Ghana. The letter is supposed to give United Nations. The capital is Kofi Annan. Kofi Annan called Obasanjo. You see what is going on in your country. Obasanjo do wetin? Hijack Wazirike. That's when Wazirike stop any agitation of Biafra. But I still surprised in Nigeria here, in the Biafra land, there's people that are still following Wazirike. I'm very, very surprised. When you see a light, somebody is supposed to tell you this is a light. When a Christ come, nobody tell people this is a Christ. Because when the Christ start walking, we see the handwork of Christ. You know that this is the Son of God. We in this our generation, we did this see Jesus Christ. But when you read what Jesus Christ did, you yourself, you are very convinced, yes, this is a Son of God. When it's Mazi Nnamdi Kanu starts work, Oga, the Nigeria himself, the Nigeria politician, the Igbo politician, the citizen of Igbo and the citizen of Yoruba and the North see that this guy is the right person. Because of what? He carry 20 million give Igbo man. Oga Igbo man go collect. Carry 10 million naira give you, Oga go collect. Because of what? I don't have that grace. And it's not my leg. The reality, a freedom fighter is born, then born is come outside. You cannot come outside and say I'm a freedom fighter, lie. Or they cannot claim what you cannot, what you know be. We believe in the Holy Spirit. Because when the Jesus Christ wants to empower the 12 apostles, he used what? He used Holy Spirit and empower those people. The reason why I call Holy Spirit that what is issue of Biafra is not something human being can do. If it's something human being can do, Ojukwu is the first person that's supposed to give us a Biafra with power. When Israel want to get independent, what happened? Moses think that if something can use power, then what happened later? God will tell my son, it's not the time. When the time will reach, Israel will have their own independence. And that's what, if you listen for your channel or any other channel, that's what I used to use. Biafra will come the day Chukwu will come down, do what? Sign it. It's not what human being will just wake up one day and say that Biafra must come so day. And God will give us Biafra, must use somebody. As he used Moses to achieve Israel. And once God will use Nnamdi Kanu to achieve Biafra, I don't know how God will do it. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu can get agitation of Nigeria, Biafra will come out. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu can come outside achieve Biafra. That's the only thing I can do because God already signed it that Biafra must come one day, anytime, any moment. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my brother, for joining us this evening. See you again tomorrow for this day. Thank you so much. Viewers all over the world. Thank you this morning for joining us. We are here live to tell you more about Biafra. What is happening in Biafra now? What is happening to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu are not allowed the lawyer for him to go to the medical report? And you can listen to my interview at this point. They have sent their own part. Biafra all over the world. This is your channel. This is channel all about Biafra. Kindly subscribe to this channel. Like this channel. Drop your comment in case if you know you are not in support of what we are doing. You say, oh, the fact what we are doing is not what it's supposed to be. Please kindly drop your comment. We love you and we cherish you so much. See you tomorrow. Good morning. Bye bye.